And today I'm going to be showing you some chair yoga. So what you want to do is have a chair with no arms. It could be like your dining room, your kitchen chair, or like I have here, a folding chair. So you don't really want one where the seat is really slippery. You want to have some good traction, and you want to be able to have your thigh bones parallel with the floor. So we'll start with some simple breathing awareness. Just sitting in your most erect posture. Get a sense of the full diaphragm breathing. So for most of us, if we sit all day long, what happens is this whole front body gets really contracted. The organs and the breathing muscles start to get really compressed, and we lose a lot of the capability of our breath. So we want to open up this front body a lot. So just by feeling and seeing if there's any movement in the back body as you breathe. Even going sequentially down the rib cage. And just to get those breathing muscles a little bit more open, we'll start what we'll call some cat and cow movements. So leaning the chest forward on an inhale, we feel the lungs expand even bigger. And then exhale, we scoop the belly back. Scoop out that extra air, getting the back body long and wide, and then inhale again, take it forward. Looking to feel as much of the spine and rib cage as you can feel. Nice smooth movements. Using the capacity of the lungs from the inside, imagine that when the lungs inflate, you can press against the ribs, against the spine, and get even more space. And then next time, scoop back and hunch the shoulders right and left, getting those breathing muscles a little bit more warm. You can breathe here as many breaths as it takes. And when you're ready for your next inhale, lead with the heart. Chest lifts and expands, and then maybe the chin can lift, so we're getting this whole front chain open from belly button to throat. And again, exhale, scooping back. Lift right shoulder, lift your left. Nice and smooth and slow, so your nervous system is feeling down deep. When you're ready for your next inhale, leading with the chest, lift, expand the throat. And exhale, come back to neutral. And feel what you feel. So for most of us, we just have this awareness on the top layer of our muscles, not so much in deep with the smaller sensations and the smaller muscles. So when we feel in deep, that's when we really get the nervous system and the brain stimulated. So we'll take now some modified sun salutations, opening the arms wide, and feel from the back muscles all the way through to the fingertips. Lift the arms just as high as comfortable, so it could be out on a V, it could be all the way up to parallel, or maybe hands touch. And then opening, using now all the muscles we can feel, lead with the heart again into a dive. I'm coming halfway and push a little bit with the feet so you get your leg muscles involved. Fingertips land either on shins or on the floor. And take an inhale to stretch forward here. And exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your outer shins, and with your hands push in, and with your leg muscles push out. And what you'll feel is your thigh bones widen in your hip sockets as all of your leg muscles engage. And then bring hands onto the thighs. Roll the shoulders up into the back muscles, And then when you inhale, lift all the way up. Let's do that 2 more times. Taking an inhale, and feel the inhale helping to float the arms. Lift the gaze if that's comfortable for you. Nice and slow, so you want to feel those smaller movements, those smaller sensations. Pushing the floor with the feet so every muscle in the body feels involved here. Fingertips on either your shins or on the floor. And take an inhale. There's not much range of motion possible here. Just feel what there is. And exhale, fold. Hands come to the outer shins. Push in as your leg muscles push against the hands and feel in deep. Maybe you can feel the bones shift wider in your hips. Slide your hands to your thighs. Roll the arm bones into the back muscles. Push into your legs and inhale again to vertical. Last time. Inhale. Feel like you're claiming and filling all this space. Exhale. Heart leads the way into a soft, smooth dive. Fingertips land. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, fold. Hands to your outer shins, push in as your leg muscles push out. Maybe you're a little bit stronger now. Slide your hands onto your thighs. Roll your shoulders up into your back muscles. Push and lift all the way to vertical. And then close your eyes and feel what shifted. That's the magic, going inside and letting the nervous system feel what those simple movements change. So your circulation starting to hum in here, more and more aliveness. And now let's take the thumbs on top of the pinky fingers and stretch the arms wide. And imagine this stretch is coming from the mid-back. So all of these are connected. Fingers connected to wrists, connected to arms, connected to the chest muscles. So you want to, by opening the hands, even feel like we're getting the breathing muscles here. And then just for fun, turn your palms up, close your eyes, and see if your fingers will touch. And usually they don't, so that's good information that the brain isn't mapping all the way into fingers, arms, chest muscles. And then let the hands come down. Roll your wrists. Should feel really good, especially if you've been driving or reading, anything where your hands are clasped a lot. Roll in the other direction. And now take the ring finger underneath the thumbs and stretch. Stretch all the way from your back muscles. Feel your breathing muscles expand. And again, turn your palms up and see about just touching the fingers. See if they meet. And if they don't, it's just for fun. Inhale, grow the spine and rib cage taller. And exhale, simply let the arms float to your sides. And give your hands a nice roll again. And let's do that with middle finger stretching, lifting and looking for that touch with eyes closed so the nervous system, the brain are stimulated. And exhale, float down and roll your wrists. And then ring fingers, pointer finger under your thumb. Breathe. Stretching from the back through the fingertips as if you're spraying the room from your fingertips. And then inhale. Feel your whole inner body brighten. And exhale, simply lower hands down to the sides. And now that kicked up a lot of circulation in the arms, chest, and shoulders. So just feel what you feel. And then take your hand, you could scooch a little bit towards the left side. Take your right hand against the edge of your chair and lean. And what you're doing is engaging and stretching the neck, the arms, the shoulder, and chest. And then let this left arm float free. So this whole left side is nice and loose as the right side is contracted and working. And then come back to the middle. Hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. Feel what you feel. The more you can notice the asymmetry, the more the nervous system works with you in your poses. And then you can scooch a little bit towards the right. Take a hold of the edge of the chair with your left hand. Lean out just to your comfortable, safe degree. Breathe here. And then let that right arm swing free. Maybe the head is free enough to go with it. Facial muscles soft, jaw relaxed. And come back to the center. That felt good. Come back to the center and feel what there is to feel. See if there's any difference taking those cat and cows again. So leading with the chest, now the muscles are a little bit warmer, so maybe there's more room for a bigger breath. And when you exhale, this time you can slide the hands forward, take a hold of your knees so that your arms gain a little traction. And then rock, seesaw the shoulders up and down. And now you're getting those deep rib cage and postural muscles. Come to neutral spine and leading with the chest, heart reaches up and forward. And come to neutral. Now take a gentle twist. And this is a great thing to do if you're in your office all day long and you're hunched on your mouse or on your keyboard and you feel this, your energy just collapse because all of your breathing muscles and organs are compressed. A nice twist opens that all up and shifts your state. So all you need to do is reach behind, take a hold of the back of your chair. If that's not comfortably available to you, you can take the side of your chair. If you've got more to give, you can take a hold of the outer right thigh, and by pushing into the right thigh, a little bit more traction for a deepening twist. And you can seesaw this from side to side, again looking to get those postural muscles, those breathing muscles, nice and warm and open. Come to neutral and turn your chin towards the back shoulder. See if you can isolate your back muscles and roll this front shoulder. Turn your chin towards the front shoulder and using your back muscles, pull that back shoulder wider for bigger lungs, bigger breath. Inhale and then exhale, come back through center. Land. Feel what there is to feel. So what I feel is so much more grounded on this side. This leg feels longer and more connected to the floor. This whole lung feels, it's been twisted and shortened, so now all the circulation's filling in those blood vessels. And I even feel a difference in my jaw and the side of my face. So the deeper you can go with the things that you notice, the more the brain really works with you in your practice. Just taking the second side, you probably notice the second side's way different. So maybe you back it off or maybe you take it deeper. And breathe first. Really look to get the lungs' capacity to press against the ribs and spine and seesaw the shoulders from side to side. So I'm noticing on this side there's less range of motion. So without being judgmental, just a simple noticing. And then turn your chin toward the back shoulder and see if you can get some movement, any movement at all really, in this front shoulder. especially waking up those back muscles. Give this an inhale, and then exhale, turn your chin towards the front shoulder. The more you can move, it really doesn't matter what's moving, the more you can move, you're getting things sort of online that have gone dormant, that have gone asleep. Inhale, and then exhale, come back to center. So theoretically, both sides are balanced. Now, let's see if that's actually true. So close your eyes and just feel your breath. Notice the weight, the length of your bones, your joints. And now let's get a little bit of vitality in the legs and feet. So lifting up on the right leg, taking a hold of the knee, make some circles with the foot. And see how smooth you could make those circles. Reverse the circle. And all of those foot and ankle muscles are connected right up through the thighs and even into the torso. If you've got more to give, you could take a hold of your hamstring and straighten your leg. So you just dial it into your degree. And then let the leg land. Close your eyes. So you just kicked up a lot of circulation in that right leg, the right hip, up through the torso. See what you can feel. And then take a hold of that left shin and make some circles. And this side could feel really different. There's so much more choppiness in this side. And reverse. So really want to get the brain mapped into the feet. That's our foundation. We hardly ever think of them. Again, if you have more to give, you could take a hold of your hamstring, make some circles in the air. And then come back to center and feel what you feel. See if you can get any awareness in the back body in particular. So all of our sensors are localized forward, and our whole life is about doing, moving forward. Feel what's behind you. Feel the space behind you. And something softens and shifts. And we'll take a modified eagle pose now, which is a twist. Lift up the right leg. And then right elbow underneath the left. Palm pressing palm if you can comfortably get it. Otherwise, that top arm can lay flat in the elbow. If you've got either way, you can lift and lower. And again, we're looking for those deep muscles, those rib cage and postural muscles. So it's easy to feel the movement coming from the shoulders. The magic is see if you can feel all the way down to your waist. What's moving, what's working. And then release the twist and feel. So that compression kind of squeezed the blood vessels, and now we're feeling a flood of circulation coming in. And second side, left knee crosses the right, left elbow underneath the right. You could stay right here, or you could straighten the arm. And you could either circle, or like we did on the first side, simply lift and lower. Use your breath to enhance the movement. So each inhale inherently makes you taller. You can use that to lift the ribs. And any little movements in here, any time at all, that give you even more suppleness, even more feeling of being awake in your body and alive. And then bring that to a close. Hands on the thighs and feel. And do a little warrior variation. So turning to face, I have neglected to mention that if you have short legs, it's good to have something like a block or maybe a book. So when I turn my torso this way, I have more pressure I can put into the leg. So I'm putting the right leg on a block or a book. Extend the left leg behind you, and only the right butt cheek is on the chair. Slide the toenails onto the floor to stretch that whole front chain all the way from toes. And if you lift the arm, it's a connection all the way from those left toenails through the chest right up to the fingertips. If you've got more to give, arms can lift straight. And then what we'll do is turn the back toes under, and it's a whole different stretch now. Push a little bit into that right leg, maybe even lift the butt cheek off the seat a little bit. You could start with your arms out to the sides. You could lift them up into a V, or if you've got more to give, lift them straight up in the air. And you'll feel how that back leg just wants to weaken and collapse. So power it up so you're getting a lot of juice out of that back leg, and really power into the right leg as well. Inhale and then exhale, turning back to neutral. Feel what shifted. Looking for breathing muscles. Looking for a sense of vitality. Awakeness is really what it's about. If you could just wake your body up to its natural capacity, huge changes are possible. So I'm going to use this block, switch it to the second side, slip it underneath my left foot. I want this thigh bone parallel to the floor and this shin bone straight up and down. And then stretching the right leg long with the toenails flat on the floor. I'm getting that whole front chain. And the more I push the toenails into the floor, hip flexor stretches, chest muscles stretch. And if I lift the arms, I get that longest chain. And then give it some good breath so that you feel the breath moving your shape, moving the energy. And then curl the back toes under. Push the floor, push your block with that left leg, maybe enough to hover the hips. Arms can be in any variation. Maybe they're hands on hips, maybe they're cactus arms, or way out to the side, or lifting up. And feel how that back leg wants to go offline and weaken. So put even more juice into the back leg. Inhale, and then exhale. Come out of it, and turn back to center. Just pedal your feet out here. So most of us lose a lot of sensation, a lot of awareness in the ankles and the feet because we're in shoes and we're walking on flat surfaces all the time. So we really want to get that sense of being connected to the feet so the nervous system feels that stability, that safety. Let's take our sun salutations again just to see what shifted. Inhale, arms lift. And maybe you're open enough now to clasp the hands, interlace and stretch your body its longest. And then release the clasp. Your heart leads into a nice smooth dive. Fingertips on the floor. Maybe now you're warm enough to actually stand and deepen into a forward fold. Knees can be soft, that's totally fine, but look to have even weight on the inner foot and outer foot so your whole inner leg muscles are just as engaged as your outer leg muscles. Give this an inhale, and then exhale, your seat lands, and your arms stretch up to the sky, and hands come back to heart center. Nice smooth breaths. We'll do one more really deep twist this time. Turning to the right side, both legs. Slide the left hand down so that the arm pushes against the right thigh, and the right hand lays on the upper edge of your chair, and you can really peel that right shoulder back, spreading your collarbones there widest. If you have more to give, you can stretch that right arm high. Push the floor with your feet enough that you lighten the load on your butt and you feel your leg muscles engage. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hand to your chair, come up to vertical, and turn back to neutral. Give this a few breaths to feel. And second side. Legs hugging toward one another. Slide your right arm down outside of the left thigh. Left hand on the back of your chair so that you can open that chest toward the back wall. Push your feet into the floor enough that your legs are helping you, and then open the arm if it's available comfortably to you. Make sure you can breathe big, smooth breaths and your face is calm and relaxed. Inhale, and then exhale, release. Come back to neutral. And here you are. Every muscle really flooding with awareness, good circulation. Let's give this a couple more sun salutations, trying that standing part if it's comfortably available to you. Open your arms to the side. Use your breath to actually widen the lungs, lift and stretch. Lift the gaze if it's comfortable, and breathe your tallest spine, your biggest rib cage. Even here, push the legs into the floor, and as the arms open, arm muscles in the back body, keep the arm bones in the back, and then land the hands nice and slow, so you're using those smaller, deeper muscles. And then if it's available to you, lean forward. If you've got even more to give, you can reach behind, clasp your hands, and arms drape up and over. Feel free for knees to be soft but evenly weighted, right and left, inner and outer. Inhale, and then exhale. You can put your hands on your seat, land your butt, and lift up to vertical. Pedal out your feet. And then one last little release for the back. This is also something that you can do in your office, is bend your right leg, lay your right ankle on top of your knee, and kick into your bottom leg with your top and lean forward. This is one of the restoratives for low back and sacrum issues. So you could do this anytime at all. It's really great when you notice that your low back gets cranky. You could stay here a really long time, and I'm not trying to reach the chest forward. Instead, I'm pushing the top leg into the bottom. And then inhale, lift up. Both feet flat. Feel. And second side. Ankle on top of the knee as much as possible, parallel to the floor, and flex this foot, and then push the leg against the bottom leg. Lean forward to your comfort, where you can breathe and stay relaxed. And even invite your back body to spread and release. And you could stay there for a long, long time, and more deeper and deeper layers will start to release. So that was a little bit of chair yoga. Hopefully you got a little bit of insight and connection to your own body's intelligence, and I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to practicing with you again. Thank you.